But the thing about it is, most people would never try. Because most of us would know to do that, you would bruise, or you would tear, or you would detach a petal. So I cannot understand why are we so willing to do to ourselves what we would never do to that rosebud. Why do we sometimes bruise or detach or tear our own personal lives? We make that attempt. We try to bruise ourselves by our unselfishness that we do not exhibit. We sometimes do it with greed. Sometimes we do it with the acts that we do. And sometimes we tear our lives by our addictions. And sometimes we even detach our lives in the belief that God does not love us and that somehow God has abandoned us. But the thing that's different between us and this rosebud is I can destroy this rosebud by either tearing or detaching or bruising its petals. But even though our life sometimes appears to be so, we cannot be destroyed. Those are illusions, because the truth about us is we are a spiritual being. We cannot be destroyed. And the plan that is within us will come to be. We will become the thing that God has created us to be, regardless of some of the things that we do. I want to go back to my story about the young preacher. He tried to take the rosebud that he was given and to open it. And all he was left with was petals that were all disarray, and basically the rosebud was destroyed. And then the older, experienced preacher recited a poem to him to help him to understand. And he said, "It's only a tiny rosebud, a flower of God's design, but I cannot unfold the petals with these clumsy hands of mine. And the secret of unfolding flowers is not known to such as I. God opens His flowers so sweetly when in my hands they fade and die. If I cannot unfold a rosebud, this flower of God's design, then how can I think I have wisdom to unfold this life of mine? So I'll trust in God for His leading each moment of every day. I will look to Him for His guidance each step of the pilgrim way. The pathway that lies before me, only my Heavenly Father knows. I'll trust God to unfold the moments, just as He unfolds the rose." There was a poet by the name of William Blake. The thing about William Blake is he was also a student of metaphysics. And one day he wanted to describe what it would be like when we reached our complete unfoldment, when we reached and perfectly expressed that thing that God had already created us to be. He wanted somehow to put it in words, and he made this attempt. He said, "It's when we can see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildflower. It's when we can hold infinity in a palm of our hand or eternity in an hour." Does this describe accurately? Probably not. Because I don't think you possibly can put in words what it would be like when we reach our complete unfoldment. But you know, it really doesn't matter if you're not able to describe it. Because when it is complete, we will find that it's beyond any words we could ever express. our unfoldment will be wonderful. So I guess we'll just have to wait. The rosebud we cannot unfold, but God can unfold us. When we follow that perfect plan that is within us, and we seek the guidance and direction of God, we will unfold, just as the rose. So it is.